Alright, welcome back. Forgive the technical difficulties. I mentioned earlier we've had a couple little hiccups, but we are going to go ahead and sort of jump back into this. We last saw our heroes on Celiax's homeworld after they were sent here by a mission from the Sanctum. We need music for this. Just a moment.
That's the issue. There's no music.
There is no music.
That's the problem.
The spirits have spoken.
Blame it on the DM, man.
100%. I will take
Always.
credit for that. So, y'all were sent to Celiax's homeworld on a mission from the Sanctum to rescue Scalebearer Neva, who had gone missing. This Knight of Bahamut, you managed to locate and ultimately destroy the foe who had been holding him, the vampire Blackthorn. Unfortunately, you lost a party member, and later on your travels, managed to encounter someone not to take his place, but to join your party and to aid in his stead. And it just happened to be his son, a runner from the Sanctum named Val, who brought news that the stars y'all saw fall from the sky were not actually stars, but journals from the Sanctum being under attack, and the journals having been scattered across various worlds. You are now making it your mission to go and retrieve them. You have located and claimed one entirely. You're in the process of finishing the, little details for the second, and know the rough location of a third that might just happen to be in the lair of a beholder. You don't know for sure. You'll find out eventually, I'm sure.
We're aware.
You, in the course of your journeys, encountered the village of Farendale and a youth named Xantier, who was holding the journal, hoping to pawn it off for enough money or a valuable enough diamond to resurrect his little sister, who had been killed by a horrible undead spirit. You have undertaken to find this spirit, this Rusalka, in its lair, to restore this pond to the naiad it was stolen from, and to legitimately win the journal from Xantier, who you sort of bluffed into taking a much less valuable diamond than he needed.
Hey, Elboy still got a diamond, so come on.
He got a diamond. It's the type used to bring back the dead. I see where you were going. It's just not nearly valuable enough for what he needs. Not that he knew that at that point.
I was going to say, he doesn't need to know that.
In any case, it is time to go ahead. Y'all have tracked the Rusalka to its lair. Celiax has spoken to her. Kazator has fired upon the thin tendrils of water creeping from the pond to Celiax's feet. And we're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh! Okay.
Y'all go ahead and do that. And I will get the battle map.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Garrett's mom.
All right. Well, I said if I was going to roll low.
Okay, that's not bad. It's not great. Too bad I'm not dexterous, but... Oh, you almost
What do you
fooled
got?
me.
This is gonna be a good day. I totally missed my dice box and threw the dice like across the
18 or
room.
Yeah, you rolled a 2. That's good. I'm sitting at a 14, you're sitting at a 15.
So, we'll see if she almost won.
What are you at? 15. No? You going first?
I'm going first.
Okay, cool.
Are you sure? Okay, I'm going first compared to all of you.
Uh-oh!
Oh my god! It's a thing!
Look at all them trees. Them happy little trees.
Why is it so big?
Why is it? No!
What did you... What? This is so cool!
That is awesome!
What did you make this out of?
That's dope.
Pink foam and other stuff.
Is she in the tree?
She is sitting in the tree with...
Well, she's currently
enough.
dead now.
She's in the tree above this square. And it is still slightly sticky, so beware.
Well, that's not
that
a terrible
like-
thing.
Is that like resin?
It is resin.
Oh,
It has been curing for 4 days, and it's still not quite done.
Did it start chewing through the foam?
No, that was entirely deliberate.
Okay.
That looks
so
rad.
Cool. Resin's fun.
Oh, resin's a lot of fun. Learned so much. It'll be fun next time.
Very big pond.
Awesome. Now I want to... never mind.
Alright.
Stuff I was talking about with you later.
Yep.
This is why we're the only 2 on the map.
That's why y'all are the only 2 on the map. Initiative order. Doran, start with you.
15.
15.
Not bad.
Put it together.
Silyax.
14.
14. Kazator.
15.
15. Halberd.
6.
Go, bro.
6. And Val.
23.
Nice. Squeaked.
Makes a good sound when you put it down like that. I'm sure that's great for the audience.
I love that.
Boom!
Thud.
Alright.
Question.
Hmm.
Do I get my held action from last week?
You know what?
Just recall.
I'll go ahead and allow it. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Yay! That's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 does hit. Roll damage. And then Val, you're up
I'm
first.
guessing that's not sneak attack.
No, she's well aware of your presence, and she's not your melee or your allies are not in melee with her.
It's going to be 7 points of damage.
7. Nice. Alright, Val.
Alright, so first things up, I am going to turn my head to where I can see everybody and cast Water Walk on us all.
You will not be able to see everybody. You can see Silyax, who's in front of you, or you can turn and look behind you and see everybody else.
Well, what if I move around to the other side to where can I see everybody?
If you want to move through the tree space, the trees are difficult terrain. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and turn and look. And then you'll be able to catch everybody coming up this way.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna cast Water Walk on all of us.
Alright.
Make sure I've got this right. Yeah, up to 10 willing creatures. So if you're all willing, you get to walk on water now.
I float.
Sweet.
So for you heavy armor kids,
Yeah.
I am also going to bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon. Oh wait, no, I can't do
2
that.
spells
Never
in a
mind. Yeah, that's
turn?
right. Can't do that. Crap.
Bonus action, don't die.
Bonus action, don't die is good. Not nearly as good as. Oh wait. Never mind. Can't do that. I was hoping. So yeah, no, that's it for me at the moment. I don't have any more walking speed because I had to go through a tree. Yeah, that's it.
Alright. She is up next.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
We'll have the blank one signify her. She's going to drop down out of the tree and into the pond itself. She's going to attempt to hide. And that is a... what's your... I have everybody's passive perceptions. Yours the highest, and she is hidden even from you. So she has dropped into the pond and is currently... Y'all don't know her location.
She's rolled higher than a 19.
She has.
This is gonna be suck poopy.
Should have helped person.
Do we have any dynamite that's waterproof?
She is... Alright, she's gonna do the thing, but y'all don't know what that is yet.
Oh, that's lovely. How do you know your DM hates you?
And then after that, it is Doran and Kazator on the same count. Who has the highest dexterity? Also-
Mine is plus win.
I'm at 15.
So you're at +2, so Kazator will go first, and then Doran.
Okay.
For passive buffs and things, you're in charge of keeping track of them for your own characters. Remind me, but as DM, I've got a bunch of other things going on in my head at the same time.
Fair.
Alright, Kazator, go for it.
Okay, since I can't see her, I'll go ahead and take my action to do flame arrows on my quiver. And I will, I guess, bonus action light the flame tongue.
Alright.
Nice.
Actually, Yeah. We're going with that.
At the end of your turn, Kazator, a whip comes out of the water and strikes at Val. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits a little bit.
That is... Where's my other D8? That's a D8.
You don't need more than one?
That is 13 points of damage.
Ouch.
This should be fine.
Doran, you're up.
I would like to use my bonus to activate my storm rune. So I get a prophetic state for a minute, or if I'm knocked out.
Don't get knocked out.
Yeah, right. So whenever I or a creature I see within 60 feet makes an attack roll, saving throw, ability check, I can use reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage,
Alright.
which is kind of
That's
handy.
dope.
Yes. So is that a concentration? Or is that just an effect that
I
continues?
think that's just activated. It doesn't say that it's concentration or anything.
Okay. So the only way you get rid of that is getting knocked unconscious?
Yes, or if it goes for a minute.
Alright, so 10 rounds. I don't foresee this lasting quite that long.
If it do, that'd be
She just
something.
hides in the water this whole time.
Yeah, right?
Whereabouts am Dwarf Man? Where am live? Where am
You
stand?
are over here, over by where Kazator's at, right?
I guess, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like where I probably was.
She was about 30 feet back from the water.
I want to move up next to Sully, if I can. I want
that
to start
should
moving
be-
up.
10. You were about 30 feet or so back, if I remember right. So
Okay,
you'll end
so-
up about 5 feet behind Celiax.
That's fine. I want to I don't know how this will work, but I want to try taking the thunder axe and sticking it in the water and using the lightning on the water
You know
Yes.
to
what?
see what happens.
I will
Mm-hmm.
let this have a shot. Let's
Do I
say...
roll attack to do, or
I mean, you're sticking it in the water.
gigs?
Um,
And
which
letting
you're just
'cause
close
it's
enough to
electrical.
do. It is electrical. Sure. Roll a percentile die.
Okay. So I need these guys. 10 and 1.
11.
11.
That's very impressive. Go ahead and roll your lightning damage.
Okay. Okay.
5.
Yeah, 5. It's not an attack, so I couldn't use my reroll thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, that's still...
Well, it's sort of.
I mean, 5's still good.
5 on
I
a-
was gonna say
5
5
on a
of 6.
6.
Yeah.
But you know, you get that extra point. That's pretty good, right?
All right.
Stuff happens.
At the end of your turn,
Where she smells beaten down. So sad.
no, this time a whip of water is going to come out and aim for Celiax.
Okay.
That is a where is this? $22 to hit.
Yeah.
Can I use my storm room now to force disadvantage?
You may mark
Well,
that down
you
for this
also-
for your reaction, right?
Yeah. You're also within 5 feet of me, so you can just
Yeah,
Well, either
that's
one's
a
reaction.
2. So no, that doesn't hit.
I was like, whoa, duck! Future vision.
Well done.
Alright, so I can't reaction anymore.
Not until your next turn. Celiax, it is your turn.
Cool.
Do stuff!
Okay. Well, given that we can walk on water now, I will go. I'll move 5 feet forward, essentially, or 15 feet, to finish to where she was. I don't see her like in the water. Like, how clear is the water? Is it murky? Is it clear? Anything like that?
It's fairly clear where you're at. You can see down, probably 10 feet below the surface of the water, and you're just getting hints of the bottom where you're at.
Okay. Well, I will. Nope, I need to save that. So I will just hold Sacred Flame until it comes close.
Alright, until the Rusalka reappears?
Yeah, until I can see it.
Okay.
Nothing to say.
How about this? Can I just take my action and look for the lady?
Yeah, make a perception check. You're going to need to move forward to get a clear enough view to look at the actual pond, because you're still back about...
I can't see where I'm at on the map, but just whatever seems reasonable, but I can, if I can stay a little... Not, like, if I can stay away from the very edge of the water, great, but if I need to be up there to see, then I will.
You're going to have to be pretty close to sea.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you want to be closer to Doran or closer to Val?
Let's say Val in case I need to help him.
So about right there.
Am I within 30 feet of him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to make the perception check.
You're 10 feet away from the edge of the water. You're 10 feet away from Val, and you're 10 to 15 feet from Doran at the moment.
Okay. Well, it wasn't great. It was 14 on the perception.
No, she is still hidden from you.
Okay. I'll go ahead and pop a inspiration over to Val so he can hopefully get out of this thing. And that's a D8, and I will say a small strapless handbag worn by females to special events. Because that's clutch inspiration.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Is there such a thing as negative explosion?
Psychic damage?
Right?
I had to pause and just let the confusion sit for a sec.
Oh,
All right.
I hate you.
That's it for me.
Alright. At the end of your turn, Kazator... No, never mind. She's not going to do that. Doran, you're up.
That's right, she's scared of me.
I stomp my foot on the ground, and Ine Chook, I grow giant.
You do your giant.
Activate my giant thing.
I appreciate that so much.
You are very welcome, sir. So now
happened right there?
I use giant's might, and I'm 8 feet tall now.
I feel like he's changed in the past little bit.
He can do stuff now.
So now I am a large size category.
Yes.
I have advantage on strength checks and saving throws, and I get an extra d6 of dabblage on
Yeah.
my stuff. So I hope movement-wise I can get to our fish. And,
Oh, yeah.
and
This one?
no, the one who's drowning.
Oh, over
Can
here?
I get to him and rip him out of the water beastie?
Oh, yeah. You can certainly try.
Yeah.
You are going to get an attack of opportunity
Well, I don't want
against
him
you.
to drown, so
I mean, I appreciate that.
because no one's got him out yet.
I am very ouch right now.
Let's see, that is 12 plus 19 to hit.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm at 18.
Okay. That is... You still managed to get away, but that is 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dadgummit. Okay. Well,
Oh, Val, I forgot to say, at the top of your turn, being engulfed, you did take 6 points of cold damage also.
Oh, that's a lot.
that's no good. So I'm up on them, him and the beastie.
Yes, you are right next to them.
I'm gonna reach in and grab Val and pull him out of
All right,
the water
make
creature.
a strength check.
Just start recording.
Okay. I have advantage on that now.
We'll make sure it's a check and not a saving throw for you, but I'm pretty sure. Wrong book. Go ahead and roll your
I
d20.
mean- First one was a natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Second one was a 12.
strength check. Yes, and yeah, with a natural 20, that is plenty sufficient.
Told you I'd get you.
Oh. Now, are you just like holding me in one hand, or I mean,
So essentially, you take your hand,
Andre
you
the Giant
reach,
style?
you feel the cold water, like biting cold over your arm.
I have
You
magic
grab-
cold up resist armor.
You do.
It's so good.
You grab the back of his tunic and pull him out. So he is not in the
Yay! Thank you for saving me.
space anymore.
Alright, let's not go swimming anymore. Let's kill the beasties, eh?
Cool. So I've spent my action saving you.
Yes,
I bonused.
you
I don't have
bonused.
anything else I
Nope.
can do. But I got reaction.
But I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Really do.
Alright. Solyax.
I went from being shorter than you to taller than you just for a minute.
Still nothing.
Well, that's new.
Nothing that you see immediately.
Weird as fuck.
Swollen.
Oh, just wait. I can't
All
wait
right.
to hit level 10.
Then I will move up to. Yeah, that one next, over there, close to Casator. Yeah, that one.
This one. Thank you.
There's no way for me to get like flanking on that one, right? Casator's not close enough.
No, Casator's not
Okay,
close
cool.
enough.
Yeah, I will just move up to it and
No.
hit it.
Alright, roll a hit.
Number 1.
First
Ooh,
attack.
Not great. 17.
Still hits.
That is 9 points of damage.
9.
Second attack.
Your axe is not magical, is it?
It's silvered.
It's silvered. Okay.
It overcomes the magical whatever things. But no, it's not awesome. Second one is a 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
It works. That's all that matters.
That's a 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah, and that'd be it.
Alright. It is these guys' turns now. He did not like being swamped so much. He's going to actually, does he? He does not. Good deal. In that case, yeah, he's going to make a slam attack against you, Solyax. That is
At disadvantage because I'm protection from evil and good. So
17 to hit. Misses, right?
No,
Just misses your AC.
Mhm.
Alright.
Didn't have to use the thing again yet.
I was already at disadvantage, so.
Yeah.
Not having any success with you, it is going to send out one watery tendril and get Casator. Casator, that is a
Oops.
25 to hit.
I'll do it.
Can I use my thing?
With the water with.
You can. Do you want to?
Yes.
Alright.
I don't want people to die. It's like once
That is
per turn. It's
okay.
reaction.
That is
For a
a
minute.
16 to hit. What's your AC? I have this written down. I don't know why I'm asking.
You can use that as a reaction.
It's a 15, but I'll go ahead and use my shield pendant to bump it up to 20.
Alright.
So
It
that's
does.
until the beginning of my next turn.
You're in charge of remembering that. That is that guy's turn.
Thanks, Dorian.
Other guy is going to. Yeah, it liked the taste of your flesh. It is going to come down, and it's.
I don't like
Let's
you.
see.
Ridiculous.
That's okay. It does not get its whelm ability back. It is still going to attempt to target you.
Alright, also at disadvantage because I also have protection from good and evil, which I forgot on the water whip.
Okay, that is a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Alright, its second slam attack.
Oh, actually, I guess, yeah, he's right. Concentration check, because I got hit.
For the attack.
This is true, yes.
I got hit a lot.
For water walking, right?
No, for protection from good and evil.
Yeah.
I had that.
Okay, so water walking is not concentration?
No.
Yep, it's
Okay,
just
good.
amazing.
Right? Oh,
I remembered water breathing wasn't.
That's a 20.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Second attack was a 13, did not hit.
Good.
That first 16 points still hurts, though.
Yep.
Halberd, you're up.
Nightmare's going to go up and square off right behind the one in front of Soliax.
Okay,
And going to...
that is out of my reach.
Thank you.
Right behind Celiax.
And he's going to use his multi-attack tentacle.
Alright, roll to hit.
Advantage.
Yes, for flanking.
It's going to be a 20 modified 20 to hit.
That hits.
It's going to be 12 points.
12 points.
Attack 2. Oh man, so close. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh, definitely, yes. Roll damage.
That's going to be 8 points. And then Halberd's going to go up. And move up here.
You have Halberd.
Yes,
We
I
have this
do.
huge,
ahead and
beautiful,
put 'em where
wonderful
you-
map, and we've spent all of it, the fight, in the corner.
I want
Yep.
to
Pretty much.
basically right there.
Here.
Yep. Because that puts me 5 feet away from the water's edge, and I was 40 feet away, so that's 35 movement speed. I want to find. What's her face?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
Wow.
That was an aggressive
Keep it in the box.
nope. I didn't find it.
Alright.
What was it? 2?
No, it was a 9.
Yeah, nope.
Well, the roll was 9, not perception.
Okay. Top of the order. Val.
You rolled a 9.
Not perception.
You know,
So,
I'm stupid tired of this thing. I'm going to reach out and touch someone.
You were closer.
Actually, I'm going to, staying in this range, I'm going to...
You were closer,
Wait.
so...
So
Can I walk around to where I'm flanking with Doran?
I'm gonna go ahead
On
and
the
Water walk.
diagonal?
Lauren, I'm just gonna ask. An 18 did not find her.
18 did not find her. You can be right there. And yeah, we'll say that's flanking.
Alright, cool. Cool. So, Val is...
I will say with an 18, hold
Okay.
on to that thought. In the deepest part of the pond, that nice dark section there in the middle, you do see the surface of the water starting to be disturbed.
Alright.
Right. Val.
Something's down there, boys.
So, I'm going to... Val's going to reach out, put his hand on the back of the elemental, and... What level am I doing this at?
What level are you doing this at?
I'm going to go all the way to 2nd level.
Okay. Getting crazy.
2 whole left.
And I'm going to do my little thing, put my hand on it, and feel the touch of death on your soul. And cast Inflict Wounds with a holy crap.
So maybe
Yeah.
a spell attack, right?
That's a 23.
Oh, that hits.
That's a whole lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
I don't have enough dice.
What do you need?
I actually do. I'm 1 short. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can use that. That is 7 plus 8 plus
15.
3 plus
18.
10.
23. 23 points of what kind of damage?
That would be
Necrotic, right?
Necrotic, yes.
Wasn't that 28?
That's 28.
28.
28.
28.
7 plus 3 plus 8 plus
Yeah.
10. 28. 28.
I'll take your word for it.
We can math.
7, 3, 8, 10.
Totally.
Plus 8
Yes.
is 18 plus
There.
10 is 28.
28 points of necrotic damage.
But if you want to give him 38 points.
Nope.
And then I am. Wait, how much? 5, 10, 15, 20, right? I've still
Yeah.
got some movement speed left.
Yeah, you're at
Okay.
20.
Cool. No, I'm gonna stay there just so Doran has a flinker.
Okay. On her turn, you do see her.
I'm sorry. Bonus action potion.
All right, go ahead and roll it. Give yourself a potion. On her turn, you do see her form start to rise out of the water,
Right.
and she is being carried, almost occupying the same space, almost like a shell of water surrounding her, engulfing her form. You see.
No,
very-
no. No.
Right there.
That's not good, guys.
Huh.
Oh, shoot.
It looks like a water dinosaur.
It kind of does, actually.
That's legit. So you see them rise out of the form. She's going to almost surf across the water.
That resin is being stubborn.
Yeah, right about here.
Oh,
Poopy.
mushrooms.
She's in that square. It's just hard to tell right now. Val.
No,
Yes.
not me.
And that is, in fact, well, we'll see. She is going to reach out and grab your face. That is a
Define the grab. Is it like a caressing grab or is it just
Protection.
straight up like?
Yeah, I do still have protection up.
thank you. 18 to hit.
Just
You said 18 to hit?
Yes.
Cutting words.
I can't.
I'm gonna say, what are you doing to my friend?
So much.
Wow.
Water.
Okay.
Okay, that's -6.
Minus 6, so 12.
Does not hit.
All right.
Yay!
She reaches out. You manage to sidestep just enough away that her attempted grapple does not gain any traction with you. Instead, she is going to extend 2 large tendrils of water reaching out, hovering on either side of her. She's going to snap one out and then the other.
I mean, I know Val isn't that great with the ladies, but this is getting a bit
It's
ridiculous.
okay, only one of them's coming at you. The other is coming to Halberd, who is just inside her range.
What?
Yeah, she's got 15-foot reach on them. You're here? I'm here. What? Am I mathing this wrong?
I can't use
She's here? Yes, I am mathing this wrong. Because I can't see which square she's in. Just outside of her range. So yeah, no, they are both coming at you, Val.
Could just take one for the team.
I'm
Take
a
one
lot
for the
more-
cleric.
Okay, with disadvantage, that's an 18 and a 3.
Okay.
So that first one doesn't hit. Second one, 19 and 16. 16 goes to a 23. 23 hit.
Hey guys.
Huh.
That is 13 points
Oh, I'm
of
so glad I took that potion.
slashing damage, and that's okay. Only 2 points of cold damage.
Ouch.
That is her turn. Kazator, you're up.
Okay. Okay, let me see. I think this is a bonus action. A bonus. I'm gonna. I guess I'll take a shot at her with my crossbow. Well. Sling arrow. How close am I to her?
25 feet or so?
You also got a tree.
Okay.
You
I'm
do?
gonna go ahead and invoke my Celestial Legacy as my action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get 15 feet off the ground, and I will then do for bonus action, a healing word to Val
Appreciate it.
Alright.
at 2nd level.
I like you.
We have a 15-foot pole you can stick them on.
Thank you. I forgot
Oh,
to
double
these.
fours, heck yeah.
Yeah, baby.
11 points.
15?
Thank you.
Should be, yeah.
I'm back now.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm halfway healed. I was not good.
You could just use the pole if you want.
That's all I got.
This one? Is this a 10 or is this 15?
That's a 10.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You make good sense. As long as it stays balanced. There's a tree in your way.
You are
Kazator.
in a tree, Kazator.
You are in a tree.
I'm in the tree.
You flew up
Essentially.
into the tree.
Oh, well, I would.
There are branches, their leaves have fallen. You can see you're not going to bonk your head or
Okay.
anything.
Cool.
Although that would have been kind of funny.
At the end of Kazator's turn, she is going to...
Daggum layer actions.
Concentration check for taking damage.
10.
Just a success.
Yeah.
At the end of Kazator's turn, she's going to snap out with her water whip again. And she's gonna target you again because you're the one in range. Disadvantage because of protection from good and evil,
Yes.
right?
It's just a dope first level spell.
I know.
16. AC is 18, is that right?
Yes.
Alright, does not hit. Doran, you're up.
Best thing I can do is hack my way through the water dude in front of me. So I'll do that.
Alright, you are flanking with Val.
So that means I get advantage, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
First one! Okay. 17?
17 hits.
And don't forget your soul.
Yeah, no. So that's these for
Soul
the dabblage. I'm using the choppy bit.
Okay. So slashing damage.
and an axe.
I'm gonna.
Slashy damage.
Since you have the extra d6 for damage because you're big.
Yeah, this is the extra d6. I'm doing the
Oh.
slashing first.
Oh, right. Yep.
But I'm gonna use my savage thing to redo that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So 9 for the slashing, and then
This is on.
6 for lightning.
Not bad.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
And that was the first one. So now the second one. If I get 2 attacks, 18.
18 hits, definitely.
So
Don't forget to, when you roll, to add your,
I'm sorry. Yes. So
it was more than 18.
yeah, 18 plus 7.
25.
Yeah.
You're good.
Well,
You can only reroll once per
Yeah.
turn.
so another 3. We'll say slashing again,
Plus your
and 5 lightning.
Nice.
good
That's not bad.
deal.
So how does he look?
Still standing.
Little watery.
Slightly. I
Not a
mean,
big deal.
you've done a little bit of damage to him. He's not looking rough yet.
Okay, well then I guess I want to use my action surge. I want to kill him so we can get Val out of the way.
I mean, I appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
Go for it. 2 attacks.
Another 16 plus 7.
23
20,
hits.
Thank you. Sure, I do gauge. 8 more slashing. And 4 more lightning.
Alright, and
My 4th attack. 17.
still hits.
You've been adding your strength mod to all your damage rolls, right?
Yeah. Because strength and proficiency, right?
No, to your damage. You've been adding strength to your damage.
When you're slashing damage, not your lightning damage.
I haven't.
So it'd be
Okay.
another
We will go ahead and
12 points so far.
alright, and then roll the damage for
I don't know how to play games.
That's okay, we're all learning.
We should have a very long break.
I don't think have I ever
Yeah, you
added
have.
that?
Yeah,
I
you
have.
have.
You have.
Yeah, okay. So those 3 hit. Your last attack, did it hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it was 17.
Okay. Ooh, that's really good.
That is a good one.
11
Plus 4.
plus 4.
So
There we go. That sounds more like
15
15
slashing.
slashing.
So mad that I can't remember rules.
There you go.
Plus another 4 lightning.
Yeah, that's an extra 16
Okay.
points of damage.
Yeah. No, this guy's looking rough.
So. There you go.
Yay!
Now he's looking rough.
So mad
You see
myself.
bits of water start dripping and sloughing off of
Stupid.
his form. He's unable to stay as fully articulated as he had been.
Okay.
At the end of Dorn's turn, she's going to reach out with her whip and try for Cortana again, because he's in range.
Who?
Val. Oh my god. I told you I was gonna mess it up. I told you.
That was the first one, too.
That is a natural 1 also.
It's your payment for...
It is my karma.
I mean, he kind of looks like him a little.
I mean, it's not like they're related or
Not
anything.
a little bit.
Oh, they're not? I thought they were. You're adopted. Sorry, that was weird.
Alright. Silyax.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna rush up to her. As I do, I'm going to drink my potion of cold resistance.
To her?
Mhm.
Okay.
So, drink my potion of cold resistance. That's a bonus action, right?
You knew I was gonna knock that thing over. To drink a potion, yes.
Okay, so bonus action, drink that. Run 30 feet, get within melee of her.
You can do that right there.
Is that a attack of opportunity?
Yeah, should you?
Yes.
You attack from that
I'm
thing.
gonna fix this first. Even though I know I'm gonna knock it over again at some point.
Of course.
So,
Okay,
Something
attack of opportunity
at disadvantage.
at disadvantage. That's a natural 1.
Okay.
That's a swing and a miss.
there we go. Okay, so now I'm within melee distance of her, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Gonna swing to hit. Ooh, that's only an 11.
Misses.
Okay. Attack number 2. That's better. Not much. 17.
Hits.
Okay. Second level Divine Smite.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
So magical.
No, I have enough. I just need to find them all. Okay, this is just the smite, and then I need my other D8 for my actual damage. Okay. So. Okay, so that's 9 points of slashing damage, and that's 15 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Not a great
15.
roll. I had a 1. I rolled a 1 and a 2 on a couple of them. I wasn't lazy. Yeah, so that's movement, action, bonus action. That's everything for that.
Alright. As you see the radiant light impact her, she lets out this horrid shriek. And she's quite pleased to turn and face you for her last legendary action of this particular round. Yeah, no, at disadvantage. There is no way that's gonna hit. That's a 12.
Oh.
Yeah, nope.
Hello.
Alright.
Did you miss me?
Don't taunt the evil being.
I told you not to leave me. I suggest you go in the water.
Alright. This guy does get his ability back. He is not too happy with the damage you've been doing to his very, very good buddy here.
What am I talking about?
Dorn, this is going to give attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
I would.
That is your reaction for the round.
Yes.
So you won't be able to use your runes.
No.
Okay.
Well, I won't be able to use certain rooms.
Certain runes, the ones that you trigger with the
Yes.
reaction. So I'm letting you know that.
Yes.
You still want to take your attack?
I do.
Alright, take it. Yes.
As he moves?
Am happening?
The
or-
trigger of the attack is that it's moving out of your melee range.
So no count as flank.
I will give it to you and do more research. Let me make a note. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Ooh, good roll. Okay.
Okay, 14 plus 7, so 21, right?
Yeah.
21 hits.
That's how math works.
That is how math works. Roll damage.
I did it. Okay, that's not what I want these. So 10 plus 4.
14.
14, we'll call that more slashing.
Okay. Plus your lightning.
6 lightning.
Nice. Max lightning.
Nice. Y'all are rolling really well.
Good. Alright.
Celiax, I do need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
I didn't get to kill him.
Do it. It's a modified 20. 10
That
plus
is a success. It had entered your space to attempt to overwhelm you.
That
Thank
resin.
you. That resin. You are pushed out of its space.
10. It's a little tacky.
Yeah, it is. You're back up here still.
Resin's weird like that.
It is. I'd hoped it would be cured by now.
It's still sad.
Um,
It's still rad.
this guy. You're 15 feet up. Nobody else is in melee range. It is going to come.
No, it's not. Sorry.
No,
Well,
he's-
depends on the range.
No, 5'10". So he's got reach on it because he's got reach with his tentacles. So
I was gonna try
this guy
thing
is
out.
going to be moving out of that range. Does
What weapon
Nightbane?
attack I can
Have
do
we
this
established
thing?
if Nightbane gets opportunity attacks?
We haven't had that. I mean, I would say the way I've been. If he's,
Try it.
I've been letting the enemies have it, so go ahead and give it to Nightbane too.
if you want to give it to him since he's 10 feet out, or
Yeah, I mean it's still his range, his sphere of influence.
Nat 20.
Nice.
You complained about the box.
8. And then so just you double all the damage because he's got a +4.
Damage dice.
Just the damage dice.
16, 20.
Nice.
That is.
stuff.
So that guy. Make sure I'm putting it on
the beasties.
the right one.
Only the evil beasties.
Right.
We want to keep the good beasties.
This guy's going to swim.
Just keep.
They can swim? What?
He's gonna pop up right over here.
Oh, no.
Yeah. With disadvantage. Oh, that's still good. It's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
That is 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
On its second hit, with disadvantage. Oh, not nearly as good. That's only a 12 to hit.
No.
Okay.
So wouldn't those be regular rolls?
Yeah.
Straight rolls for
Oh,
flanking.
you're right. That's okay. The first one still hit. The second one is still only a 14 to hit. So,
Neat. And that was 11
Just trying
points
to
for the
play on
first
this.
one.
thank you. Because I get in habits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How you looking, Soul Bro?
That's my first hit.
Oh, you're
A
fine.
lot of water on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's feeling a tad moist.
Right? Yeah. It's gonna rust the armor if I don't take care of that.
Halberd, you're up.
Can Nightbane stand right here and hit this guy? No.
Nightbane's a large creature, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Gonna strike at the one right between him and Sights.
Alright.
And an advantage because he's flanked.
Flanked by Celiax?
I've got to look into flanking rules again. I don't remember whether flanking works with reach or not.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's within melee.
His tentacles are a melee strike, is that right?
Mhm.
We'll give it to you, and I will look. I'll just reread the flanking section another 3 times.
Plus 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits. That is this guy.
Alright, that's gonna be 8.
Alright, and second strike.
That's gonna be 15 to hit.
Still hits.
Alright. Oh yeah, that's gonna be 13.
Nice.
Halbert's gonna dip it on. Sorry,
Yeah, it's not just me.
I did that on purpose,
Totally.
just for you.
Your generosity abounds.
I'll let you. He's gonna move back to about 30 feet, and set a strike, marksman, on Big Gal.
Alright. Roll to hit.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Oh. That's gonna be 20 points of damage.
That's still a solid hit.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
That's rough. Could have been a lot worse. 20 points is nothing to sneeze at.
Unless you have allergies.
Unless you have
And
allergies.
then I'm gonna strike again.
So dumb. Don't
Keep
laugh
on.
at that.
Told you the dad jokes about hard with this
Yeah.
group.
Question. When you do Zephyr Strike,
Yes.
is that the... You do... Because that's a spell that you cast instead of
It's
your...
a bonus action,
Yes.
and it gives me advantage on an attack roll, and I get a D8 force damage. I can move without getting attacks of opportunity taken against me, and I get 30 extra movement speed.
Okay. But it only works on one attack on
Yes,
your turn.
that's cool.
Okay, good deal.
Yep. So I missed the second one. Should have rolled it.
Second one was...
The second one was going to be 3 plus 9 is 6.
Okay, yeah.
So I missed.
3 plus 9?
Negative 3.
Okay, negative 3 plus 9. Gotcha. Not gonna ask where the negative comes in. I'm sure we'll get it later. Gotcha. Okay.
Whichever one.
You call that for both ones?
I wanted to try. I mean, it was a 2 anyway. I wouldn't know.
Alright.
Yep.
That the end of your turn, Halberd?
That is going to be the end of my turn.
That is... Okay, she's used this. Back to the top of the order. Val.
Friggin' turn undead.
Alright.
Tired of this wench.
She's a poopy person.
So I'm going to use my channel divinity
Mm-hmm.
to turn the undead.
Alright.
Each undead that can see or hear within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, thank you.
I know, right? I was just like, thank you for telling me, or like, thank you, it's wisdom.
No, thank you for telling me. Have to check one thing.
She has none.
She has -5 wisdom.
Can we get that low?
1. You have a 1.
That is a 19. What's your spell DC?
16.
Okay.
Ah! Okay.
That was a good try.
That was a very good try.
Alright. Channel Divinity doesn't count as a spell, does it?
No, but it is an action, so you can take a
Correct.
bonus action.
That's where I'm going with this. Freaking spiritual weapon, baby!
Bring out the scythe. Where are you putting it?
Do the thing.
On the other side of, right there, yeah. I'm gonna super glue you to this thing.
Yeah.
Razor was not flying very well
There.
today.
Stay.
Wasn't there a mini for him in flying?
We don't have a flying mini yet.
We don't have that in.
No.
No, we
we'll
were
get
using
it.
a different
Oh,
type of
okay.
menu.
We were using a diva.
Yeah.
In case it
we
was a
go
diva.
One more,
Well.
so it's
Hey.
flanking with me. Basically,
So
that's what I'm trying
necessary.
to do.
It does not give you flanking.
Prima
I
Donna,
don't
that's
think-
his theme song.
I don't need it to give me flanking. I need to give it flanking.
I don't know if it gets flanking. Half a moment.
How does flank? What and how do?
Seriously.
Me am roll dice. Me am dwarf man. Dungeon dragon fight.
I put in spiritual weapon 5e flanking. Or spiritual weapon 5e, and the first thing that pops up that suggested is flanking. Let's see.
Roll check.
Rule check. This is real D&D, y'all.
Right.
I don't like where I am.
It's not a creature, it's not an ally, it is a spell.
It's a weapon is all I'm thinking.
Mm, it does not occupy space, it cannot be attacked.
And now for
I'm
more
a
random
s-
words.
Right?
Earthquake. Sound.
Oh, random words. Just random words are
Apathy.
If not, it's okay.
Access.
Yeah, I'm gonna say not right now. I will continue to look at it.
No, that's dumb.
Just
Okay.
like it would not
Ivory's not dumb.
function
I
to
don't know.
give Halberd
Table.
sneak attack.
Really, you skip
It's not gonna
Ivory, but you
function
go
to
with
give you
Table.
flanking, and it
Loyalty.
cannot receive a flanking bonus.
Really?
When it's your
Either.
segment, you can be dumb.
Implications.
Implications. I'm looking for like long words that are like.
You went with
Really?
Table.
All right. It's
Shut
going, it's going to attack
Next
the
time I'll
thingy,
I'll say ivory.
the elemental.
Alright. Make your melee spell attack.
It's still a segment in progress.
It's just 8. 14.
14 hits. Just barely.
Please kill it.
I'm trying.
Murder the beasties.
Oh, nice.
Only certain beasties.
11 points of
Ooh.
whatever
Nice.
slashing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Nice.
so super spectral axe, still dripping with blood.
It's a scythe.
Axe?
It's
Or
a scythe.
scythe. Thing.
Don't even know what you're doing.
Him have axe.
I know, and I'm
We have
looking at
kind
you
of
that
axe.
has hammer
Sort
axe
of axe,
thing.
sort of hammer, definitely axe.
Scythe.
Scythe thingy. Just
Overgrown lawn tool.
Right.
yeah.
Swipes.
Essentially.
Essentially, you're not wrong. Swipes through it. You see it cutting off a large sections of the water. It is unable to hold its form together now. It is looking really rough.
Die.
Alright.
That's it. That's all I got.
It is Fun Pretty Lady's turn.
Nothing fun or pretty about this lady.
Well, not anymore.
Behind me at the moment. Just sit there, mooner.
Is
Yeah,
that an
she-
action or a bonus?
Free action. I'm interacting with my pants.
Now, if you wear a kilt, I'll give it to you for free.
Right.
If you were wearing a kilt, I'd give it to you as a free action. She
Can
is
you cast
going.
Moonbeam?
I
She's
want
going
to
to
high five you right now.
attempt
You're
to
so far away.
reach out and grab you again.
But why? Still got protection.
I know. Have we been doing concentration checks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just missed all of them.
I didn't do one.
Plus you already.
19.
No, but I'm good.
Yeah, 19 hits.
Okay.
Cutting words.
Cut those words.
You can't hit the dark side of the moon. -5.
14. 14 does not hit,
14
right?
does not hit.
Alright. So many cool abilities and I can't use them.
That was my last one, guys. You're on your own.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Alright.
gosh.
Well,
Well, thank you for keeping me alive.
The big form that is enveloping her, the watery tendrils flail out. One of them heading back towards Val. With a natural 3. That is not gonna hit.
Thanks.
And then the other one going. Come back.
Cut those words.
You can't hit the dark side of the moon. -5.
14. 14 does not hit,
14
right?
does not hit.
Alright. So many cool abilities and I can't use them.
That was my last one, guys. You're on your own.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Alright.
gosh.
well,
Well, thank you for keeping me alive.
The big form that is enveloping her, the watery tendrils flail out. One of them heading back towards Val. With a natural 3. That is not gonna hit.
Thanks.
And then the other one going. Come back. Dice are
Uh-oh.
exploding. Not exploding, running away. Freaking lucky. That is a
give me lucky.
no. That's the second natural 20 I've rolled on him that had to discard because of disadvantage.
Yes.
That is still a 19 plus to hit 26. 26 to hit.
Is
I assume it hits. Yes.
when I used my action surge, is that a bonus action? Because I think I still have reaction.
Action surge.
Just an action.
Is that just a thing?
Yeah, it gives you another action. It doesn't
Yes.
cost you anything.
Because I don't think I've used
Okay, I
reaction
don't-
yet, and I would like to use my storm disadvantage thing.
Wait, but she already had
Yeah,
disadvantage.
she already had
okay,
disadvantage. It doesn't suck
then,
on top of
double
that.
disadvantage.
No.
What was the
He
hit?
already used
It was 26?
26.
Oh, never mind. I had another thing, but it won't help you.
So what?
He used his reaction when it moved, didn't he?
Oh,
That's right, I used
You
that
did.
anyway. You're right.
well,
Lots
of stuff going on.
There's so much stuff going on.
many new abilities.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
yeah,
so yeah, that hits,
26.
but it's not a crit.
I appreciate that part at least.
Good grief!
I love your dice.
Did you touch them?
I
no,
did not.
you wouldn't have. I know. That is only 7 points of slashing damage.
Because knowing my luck, it would have made it worse for me.
Come on, guys, you can do better.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
You are failures at
Roll number
life.
Roll number 1.
It has been. So 7 points of slashing damage. Make a Constitution saving throw for concentration.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
Just barely. Also, yeah.
+4.
That may have just saved my butt. That puts me up to an 11.
That is a success. Yeah, that saved your butt. Paladins, man! I mean, you'll think you were designed to work well against undead or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to work in a
Can't
team.
hardly beat it.
Good to work in a team.
All right. That was both her strikes, right?
Yes.
Both the strikes.
Oh, you got both?
Um.
Oh, that was you.
I know. I'm not used to Val being this successful with the ladies.
Well.
I guess I made it really bad.
Yeah.
But not enough to like come at me just
You-
like hurt and be like,
You apologize.
Well, she summoned her minions to come help take care of you. Not that they're doing much anyway. Kazator, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna try this. It's probably gonna fail miserably. I'm gonna cast Polymorph on her.
Alright.
Let's do
Give it a
it.
shot. That is, what type of save?
It's Wisdom and it's only DC 14.
come on, come on.
Nat 1.
Crap roll.
That one.
Crap roll.
That's a 12 plus 2.
Ah!
Is that a pass or a fail?
That is just
Okay.
barely a
Because
success.
if you're 16.
That's unfortunate.
If I had to take the attack of opportunity,
Yeah, nope, this is how it goes.
that got me.
So just barely success.
Oh, it wouldn't
That's
be
your action. Any bonus action?
That's
Okay, good use of a fourth
Oh,
level
wait,
spell of my
I'm
only
still-
fourth. Without my party members answering to prevent metagaming, do any of them look
Yeah.
rough? Particularly.
Ouch.
Val is looking
okay,
rough.
I'll give him
Everybody
another.
else should be pretty
What
fine.
the heck? I'll give him a
That
third
sucker's
level cure wounds.
Right?
Wait, how close am I to him? Can I get to him?
You're 15 feet up, and
Yeah, he could fly down.
Yeah, remember he's actually 5 feet closer that way.
yeah, I know, I'm counting it. You're 25 feet away, so it would take most of your movement, but you could probably get to him.
I just realized it doesn't matter because I can only use bonus action healing word anyway. So, I want to make sure that I'm staying within 30 feet of her.
Yeah,
So
you're
okay,
right
as
at
long as
30
I'm 30
feet.
with her, then I'm good where I'm at, and I will
Healing word just
just do it. Like I said, a third level. You can work.
Kazator, you already
Yeah.
cast a spell this turn. You could do
Oh.
a cantrip.
Yes, I did. I can cantrip.
Healing word's a
No,
spell,
my
not
cantrips
a...
are bonus actions and action. Bonus action. I've used all of those. Can't do that and can't do that. All right, I'm done.
Alright,
Never
I
mind.
appreciate the effort.
at the end of your turn, Watery Whip is going to come and go for... gonna go for Val. That is with disadvantage still, right?
It's an elemental, isn't it? Is the water whip an elemental or undead type attack?
It is part of her,
Okay, then yeah, it would be disadvantage.
that is a 14 to hit. That is not gonna hit.
Sweet.
Oh, so much luckies.
Doran, you're up.
It's a great spell.
From here, this is like a mass of stuff. I can't tell where people are.
It's a massive water, and you're on the other
Yeah,
side.
I'm way over there.
Val is here.
That's him.
Solyx is here, kind of surrounded.
Can I... She's considered large, yeah?
Yes.
Can I get to flanking with Sully?
What's your movement speed?
25?
No,
Okay.
not from where you're at.
Poopy. Can I get... I can't really get to anything. Can I?
Something. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Because I'm large right now.
Mhm.
I'm not
He's
medium.
large.
You'd have to come entirely around Nightbane. 5, 10, 15, 20. There's supposed to be a line here. I just forgot to draw. 25? No. You could just barely
She's
get to
large,
it.
so she. Right?
Yeah, you could just barely get to flanking.
Okay, then I would like to do that. I do that. We need a... Did that stuff get ordered?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It'll get there.
Big Doran.
Don't even worry about it. It's gonna be rad. I will now hit her with the Thunder Axe of Awesome.
Slashy, slashy.
Slashy, slashy.
Zappy zappy.
Alright,
the
I'm
damage.
flanking, yes.
Yes. So advantage.
Advantage.
Ooh.
16 plus 7, 20. wait,
3.
23.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hits.
Thank you. I'm not good at math. And then I'll keep that.
Yeah.
So 12
Plus 16.
8, yeah, 16.
Plus
Lightning.
lightning.
Yeah, sorry. Lightning is another 6.
22.
Yay!
Nice.
That was fact number 1.
That was really good.
And I also would like to add my fire rune thingy. Additional thing to a weapon attack, you can evoke the rune to summon fiery shackles. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute.
Nice.
While restrained, by the shackles, the target takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of each turn.
Alright, strength saving throw?
Yes. And my DC is low. So,
That is 15.
yeah, that beats it.
I didn't roll great, but
Well, my DC is poop. Oh well, I still wanted to try.
okay.
So, second attack.
Ooh.
No. No.
Okay.
You just
Fourth one
no.
stuff.
Yeah, no.
4 and what was the other one? 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were bad.
A lot of no.
Yeah, you did really good
A
on the
lot of
first
nopes.
one, though.
Okay.
Hit. Yay.
At the end, shaking the table. At the end of Doran's turn, she's gonna use a legendary action to.
I like this.
Hmm?
Said I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
It's alright, she's going to use a legendary action to surrender.
Nope. She's not gonna surrender. Seriously, yell her in her lair.
This is our future there.
No.
Between the keep
Let's
and
go
the
collecting layers.
That's hilarious.
We're just going to take over some
Hilarious.
world.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, really?
Yes.
You're not laughing at from my dad jokes anymore.
Oh, I've got my reaction back. Yay.
You do have your reaction back,
That's
which is good because you might need to use it. She
Yeah.
is going to use her legendary action to move. Uh-huh.
Ooh, do I got attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, all three of you do.
And we all hold down the mat. Wow.
Thank you. I'm
The
trying to
reason-
decide where exactly she's going to go.
Reason isn't cured yet.
You could be sitting here with heat guns.
Heat, cool. It's not a UV resin, so it doesn't do any of that.
Oh, well.
Well,
We both skip me.
If you're going to take your opportunity attack, go ahead and roll to hit.
Yes.
I would like to see how their attacks go to discern whether I go. No, I can't do that.
This is all, like, you have
Okay.
split seconds to do this, so
Yeah.
decide whether you're going to use it or not.
Would I get advantage because of Doran?
Yeah, the two of you do.
Alright.
Isn't that what I said earlier?
Okay, then I'll go.
Ooh. Ooh, that definitely hits.
yeah.
14 plus 7 definitely hits. 22, I think.
Yeah.
22.
It's a natural 19.
Yeah,
so-
that's definitely. And yours is.
Natural 20.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll the damage while I'm figuring out where exactly she's gonna end up.
Yeah, I like that one.
Cool. Because I can do it when I
I don't like that
hit,
as much.
second level Doran Smite.
Also, you're rolling your extra d6 for being huge. Right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So you've got like, a lot. You've got your weapon,
Mm-hmm.
you got your huge,
Yeah.
And elemental
lightning.
you've
D6.
got your lightning.
Amazing. Alright,
Yeah, right.
go for it.
He's so much better now.
Ooh, that was a good call.
16 plus 5 is 21 slashing damage.
Alright. Plus.
Oh! Real quick, just clarification. When I hit her with... Oh, I didn't hit her with the necrotic. Never mind.
You haven't yet, no.
Okay, I'm dumping my second channel divinity into it.
Okay.
So that adds an extra...
Can you do that on attack of opportunity?
On a melee attack is also
Okay.
on a weapon attack.
So then, yeah, go for it.
So 21 points of slashing and 19 points of necrotic.
Okay. You do notice as the wave of necrotic energy washes over her, it doesn't seem to be as effective as you would have
Okay,
hoped.
good to know. Good to know.
So that was 9 slashing and 21 radiant for 30 points of damage with a second level divine smite.
Nice. And
I got 17 slashing and 1 lightning.
Took a lot of damage trying to run from us.
yeah. Well.
But I am also out of channel divinities, so this should be interesting.
Okay.
Looking pretty weak.
Because I did 30. You did.
Well, I did
This is why I got a calculator this week.
21 plus 19 is 40. So, but out of that 19, half of that was...
You did about 30.
Yeah.
So you did about 40 points of damage. 30, 60, 70 points of damage in a hit.
Yeah, in her running.
Alright. That was at the end of somebody's turn. Whose turn was that?
I don't believe it was mine.
Thorns, yeah.
Okay. Siliex.
Did she just run to there, or?
Or is that just
No,
where you dropped
sorry.
her?
That was just where I set her down. Thank you, because math was incoming. And I'm putting her in the stickiest part, of course. We'll have her end up there for now.
Okay. All right, so it's my turn.
Yes.
How does she look right now?
She's looking rough.
You're also surrounded.
This one is looking really rough. Like, bits are... It's starting to discorporate. Bits are falling off. It's not maintaining its form very well. This
like jello,
one
more like water.
is taking some damage, but it still looks mostly fine. She's starting to look rough, and then this one has had... It's been absorbing some of the damage taken on her. Her just shell of armor, essentially. But it's not looking as... intimidating as it had been. It is
Right.
still holding fairly strong, though.
Here's what's about to happen. I'm going to... Come on, dude. Let go.
Ooh, careful.
Oh, come on.
We need a scraper.
Possibly.
Yep. You snapped something.
Yeah, it's okay.
Can you just snap off his base?
Yep. It's okay. So this was Super Blues 4. Yeah, this was maybe not as well thought out as I had hoped. Let's move that.
Anybody got a
Yes.
knife?
Yeah, we can...
There we go.
Woo!
Just needed to...
Okay.
That's
Alright,
not-
so what I'm going to do is... I just haven't moved in a while.
Just to double check.
Let's get some where's paper real quick.
It's not a bad idea. Although then the paper would... Alright, what are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to take an attack opportunity for this guy.
Alright.
But no, staying within this guy's melee, flank around here, and come to hit her.
Nice.
So, I'm still within that guy's melee, so I only take one.
Mm-hmm.
Putting myself in a not so great position, I realize. But,
This is not gonna end well.
That's thinking positive.
12.
that misses. Okay, I'm within range of her.
Yep.
Gonna try to hit her again.
Go for it.
Do you have any smites left?
Actually, that would have been a straight roll because flanking, you just put yourself into a flanking position.
Well, no,
Oh,
because
no,
it came
that's
from
true.
that one. Well, it could have been still been flanking from
It still
that.
would have been a straight roll.
Yeah.
Which takes it from 12 to, I rolled them at the same time. It's fine. I'll just re-roll. Oh, even better. 25.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
12 points of damage.
Okay. So a concentration check on that. No, that's failed.
Okay, so protection from good and evil falls.
Yep. Ooh, this suddenly just got a little more interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Get that. Alright, gonna try to hit her.
Alright, roll to hit.
17.
Hits.
Second level Divine Smite.
Do it.
All the smites.
Roll good.
This is what you're designed
Did
for.
not roll amazing.
Did not roll bad.
8 slashing, 20 radiant on attack number 1. And going for attack number 2. Natural 20.
Ooh, very nice.
First
Very
level Divine
nice.
Smite, kill him out of seconds.
Alright, sink it in.
Oh, clap, everybody. You got a nat 20.
Okay, so that's 8. 13 points of slashing. And then 24 points of radiant.
Nice. So that's 37 total.
Yes. And that is with my attack number 2.
Straight up.
Okay. And yeah.
24 radiant, Wesley?
What?
24 just radiant?
Yes. I was on a natural 20. But yes.
Oh, sure.
Um,
Got it.
bonus action. I'm going to drink one of my greater healing potions.
Alright.
It's more that I'm flaked and I'm scared.
This is a
And I'm out
precursor.
here by myself.
Also, it is the elemental's turn now.
Bottom on these? Okay.
Does she seem to have a particular distaste for the radiant damage?
Not in particular. It doesn't seem to be doing excess damage more than you would expect. It is solidly hitting. It is not.
I assume you want them back.
Sure. She's not brushing it off like she had with perhaps the necrotic that was done to her earlier.
Don't you worry.
But it doesn't seem to be doing extra damage.
Okay, that was good.
She is definitely starting to show some wear and tear.
Good.
Um,
Running out of spell slots.
Val? Do you still have your protection up?
Yes.
Okay.
Barely.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's not gonna hit. And second attack. That's still not gonna hit, I don't think. No, 18. 18's your AC, right?
Dag fraggot, yes.
Okay, Val on you. That is 12 points of damage.
I used it.
Ouch!
I
So
already had
yes.
disadvantage anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like-
Your protection has
ouch?
fallen.
Yes, it
Like,
has.
super.
And
I've
you
been
are
ouching
flanked.
for a while.
Yes.
That is advantage on attacks against you.
Yes.
Like, one more of those and
That is 24 to hit.
I'm in trouble.
Yes. Now, okay, I have a question though.
Yes.
So, after the hit, I could decide to use Warding Flare, which would impose disadvantage, would make it a straight roll. So, would you just take the lower of those two?
No, what I would do is I would re-roll and just do a straight roll.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go Warding Flare.
Do it.
26 to hit.
Okay, yep. Let's try.
What's the shot?
10 points of damage.
Okay.
That was the first attack, right?
Yes.
Second attack.
Last spell slot. Here we go. Natural 20.
Knock it out.
Come on, come on, come on.
All out.
Ooh, that's not amazing. Okay, so that's only 9 slashing and 22 radiant.
That's only. Just
Hold up, this is gonna be close.
Get it. Get it, boy.
Come on.
Celiax, this one's yours.
Okay.
Take it.
So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take my axe, and she's like in this water thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as I bring it down, I want the water to just like split apart, and it just to like cleave her in two, and then just have her like semi-floating there in the water, and then just sink into the abyss.
You see the blinding light blazes from your axe, splits clean through, evaporating this moisture shield that she's tried to form around her. You see it clean straight through her, and for a second, you're not actually sure you hit. Her body just stays there, and then with the water starts to collapse. You see it completely split apart. This black ichor trying to connect, filling the water, and it just
I am out of spell slots. Bonus action, drinking another potion.
Roro.
That was a great way to burn that last spell slot.
that
That
was
was radical.
fabulous. The other elemental is still up.
Come on now.
For now.
That's that moment where the person walks into the saloon all talking crap and then looks around and everybody's got a gun pointed at their head.
Except these have radiant and thunder
Oh,
and
yeah.
fire.
It
All
is-
the elements.
It is the elemental's turn. Let's see.
Does it surrender?
What is its... Yeah, nope. That was
I appreciate that.
a horrible wisdom saving throw. That was a 3. So no, it does not have enough self-preservation in this instinct to realize it is surrounded and in very bad position.
I'm so happy.
I was so hoping.
Is going to try and swipe at Celiax.
Bring it!
Yeah, that's a natural 1.
Everything goes right.
Alright,
John,
that is the end of its turn. Halberd.
Zephyr strike on the elemental.
Alright.
Sharpshooter. It's gonna be a 17, no 16, sorry.
16 hits?
No,
You rolled a
sharpshooter.
17
No, it's a -5.
plus 9, and you rolled a 17,
I rolled
didn't you?
12.
Oh, I thought it was a 17. Okay. Either way.
I wish.
Alright. Roll the damage.
The water elemental somehow kills all of them.
7,
You hush yourself right now.
Chaotic evil.
Turn into a
force
gargantuan.
damage, and then that's
Turns
gonna
into
be
a sword
11.
dragon.
So,
He's an avatar of the fish.
It's like chaos from Sonic Adventure.
4 force damage, and then 9 regular damage, and then 10. So it's gonna be what, 23? 23
Yes, 23 damage.
Sweet.
This
Nice.
thing is looking rough.
damage. And we'll strike it again with me. Next one.
Hey, go for it.
It's gonna be a 19.
Oh yeah, that hits.
6.
Alright, it's still standing. Not looking too great.
How deep is the water?
It varies. Here on the
can
edge.
Nightbane walk out and get a strike on it?
Did Nightbane have
No,
water
he did
walk?
not.
You
All the way
didn't
out
give
here?
Nightbane water
No.
walk?
He was in the necklace.
Nightbane could come out a square probably. How tall is he?
Oh, don't know, it's not said.
The large.
He'd be
He's
swimming
large.
by the time he got to the second square.
No. I'm just gonna punch a tree now.
Alright, Val.
Okay, I am. Oh, I'm already there.
Yeah,
You're there. Flanked.
We're gonna 4th level inflict wounds on this mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Murder
That's
it.
A melee spell attack, right?
Yes,
Should be at advantage because of me.
it is.
Yep.
Come on, come on.
Don't miss.
If I nat 20 this,
Oh, dude,
I'm
it's insta dead.
all right. That is a 21.
Oh, that hits.
Not a nat 20, but that would have been nice. Okay, that is 6 D10.
What?
I
Oh.
don't have enough D10 on this one. I
can toss you some if you would like.
your cursed die? No, thank you.
Thought that might be the sentiment.
D10.
Uh,
Need another one?
Do you need more?
hang on.
See, this is why I have my stash, because I never
Nope,
want to
that's
run
it.
out.
6.
I have all I need.
That's a lot of damage. All right, that's calculator. That's Jay doesn't have enough.
Alright, throw numbers at me.
8, 9, 4,
17,
3,
21, 24,
8, 10.
32, and 10 is 42.
42.
Yeah. This thing is dead.
Insta-gone.
Instant-gone. Vaporizes. You reach out, you touch it, and from the space around your hand, you see it just start almost to melt. And very quickly, it spreads through this whole thing, and it just disintegrates, sloughing down to the ground, splooshing.
Nice.
Sploosh.
All right. Oh, that was fun.
Oh, wow.
All right. End of combat. We're going to go ahead and take our break and meet everybody else back here in 15 minutes. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you soon.
Sweet bathroom.
The world around you is a page in a book, and everyone goes about their day-to-day business writing the stories of their lives. The way those stories intersect and interact fill the page with an epic tale. Now, a book is made of many pages, and each of those pages is a different world. Where the pages lay flat together, a bold character may jump from one page to another and enter a world both similar to and different from their own. The Sanctum, and others of its kind, make that jump safe and stable and leave the door open for that character to return home. The Sanctum is an empathic entity, a sentient being that sustains itself by creating and growing these pathways between worlds. Its extraplanar hub and portals are anchored and guarded by keepers, and fed and sustained through the efforts of runners. It thrives off stories and songs, experiences and impressions unique to the worlds it can access. An isolated sanctum, unable to reach out and deprived of any interaction, withers to a fragment of its potential and ultimately shrivels to death. This is the situation our heroes have found themselves in. The Sanctum is under attack, and in an effort to hide, Owen, the Sanctum's partner and head keeper, has divided and scattered the journals that hold the Sanctum's accumulated knowledge of other worlds, cutting it off from all outside interaction. Our heroes, runners of the Sanctum, are tasked with finding and returning the lost journals to the Sanctum's hub and restoring it to its full glory. But this task may not be as easy as they hope.
A blacksmith first and a fighter second. Doran Runheim hails from the dwarven citadel of New de Villiers in the Merkheim Mountains. A dwarf of simple pleasures, Doran enjoys smashing things with a hammer, drinking ale, and of course he can be found getting into trouble with his team. The only son of a small family, Doran learned to stand against condescending scions of larger families from an early age, which left him with a long-standing distrust of politics. After a tragic accident in a deep mining shaft, Doran resolved to be skilled enough to protect others, in addition to devoting himself to his family's heritage and craft to try and raise his family's status. In the advancement of that craft, Doran discovered an ability his family had thought lost, the ability to imbue normal items with extraordinary magics. As his family's fortune fell, he set off to spread his family's name and reputation, and to rediscover his heritage.
Raised just outside the elvish city of Tor Elm, the capital of the Wood Elves in the heart of the Mirth Wood, Halberd thrived as the second of 4 children. They spent just as much time having adventures in the forest as they did in the city, and Halberd became very familiar with that terrain, especially when moving stealthily to sneak up on his siblings. As a young adult, Halberd and his brother both put their forestry skills to work in the military. They joined the Adskabak, an elite fighting force that worked to defend Mirthwood's borders from all monstrosities and invaders. Shortly after his acceptance into the Adzabak, the love of his life agreed to become his wife and soon gave him 2 beautiful children. Halberd was blissful, but it would not last. His unit was transferred from their standard position to a distant posting. The group was ambushed, betrayed by their own people, and, except for Halberd, entirely wiped out. The sole survivor, Halberd returned to his home only to find devastation there too. A dragon of some kind had arrived and destroyed the town. Halberd's home was gone and his family was murdered. Seeking both answers and vengeance, Halberd bent his skills to infiltrating the government, sowing discord and confusion as he went. It didn't take much to turn elf against elf. As the city fell from within, the dragon returned to destroy it utterly. In his escape to the mountains, Halberd never saw the dragon's form, and thus turned his hate to all dragonkind. He wandered for nearly 200 years, utterly alone in exile, until he rescued a young displacer beast cub from a dragon's lair. Pitying the young orphan, Halberd adopted it and named it Nightbane, and the two traveled together for a few years before being invited into the Sanctum.
The scion of one of the 12 ruling families of his people, Casator grew up as the elder of 2 children. A studious child at heart, he spent long days finding joy in the written word. It was during his studies that he discovered a truth his family had long sought to bury, that they were only relatively new to power and had gained it through somewhat underhanded means. Shocked at the obscuring of his family's history, Casator tried to bring it to light. His parents, and later his entire extended family, shut him down and censored him severely. Faced with this betrayal of his ideals, Casator decided to leave his homeland. In the midst of packing for his journey, he was interrupted by his younger sister, who begged him to allow her to join him. He turned her away on account of her youth, being only 13 years of age. However, he did agree to visit her each year, and in 5 years, on her 18th birthday, she would join him. The yearly visits passed, and the day came, but upon his return on her 18th birthday, Casator found that his sister had disappeared with no trace. Deeply saddened, Casator left his home for good, suspicious that his family knew more of his sister's disappearance than he would admit. Casator journeys now in search of knowledge. Knowledge is power after all, but only for those willing to use it. He quests to find that which is noble and true, and to share it with each culture he passes through, using song and story to influence the world for greater good.
Death is just a part of life, and few have spent more time in its company than Val. When you meet him, his intelligence and cunning are immediately obvious, as is his lack of strength. Born into the mountain tribe of the Kalashtar, his parents left him as a child in order to save his father from a pact with a chaotic deity. He was given to stay with his mother's tribe while his parents were away. However, his mother's people refused to train him as a druid due to his gender, as only females of the tribe were allowed to learn the druidic arts. As a young man, he chose to leave the tribe and explore the world searching for his parents. Unfortunately, not long after his departure, he was captured and taken as a slave by the Inspired, a nation of Dark Kalashtar bent on spreading their influence across all the planes of existence. After a few years, Val was able to escape through a planar gate into the Feywilds. Whilst there, he encountered the goddess Sanine. She took a liking to him and claimed him as her own. A few short months later, Tyrek, a cleric and keeper of the Sanctum, recruited Val as a runner. Tyrek and his sister Liren trained Val as a cleric, and for 2 years, he served the Sanctum. As a cleric, Val is used to taking care of his team, but his sojourns into the realm of death have made it difficult for him to make friends.
If you are a good and true follower of Bahamut, then the sight of the Arbiter and his shining shield will be one of comfort and relief. However, if your so-called faith is nothing more than a heresy for self-profit and position, then you should tremble in fear before the Arbiter and his judgment, and pray you do not meet his acts. Soyax was not always the Arbiter. In fact, his calling into the service of Bahamut took him from his family as an infant. Raised by elders in the cloisters of the grand city of Dragenthrone, the young brass dragon lived a sheltered life. As an acolyte, Solix learned his lessons well, but his true passion was for physical training and the combative arts. He began to pursue the path of the paladin, taking oaths and dedicating his life and devotion to a more aggressive service of the Platinum Dragon. His plan for his life, however, was forever changed on his 16th birthday, when the archpriest declared Solix to be the arbiter, Bahamut's chosen judge. There had not been an arbiter in over a century, so his sudden appointment was not only a shock to Solix, but to everyone else as well. Solix's new duty would include examining the Church of Bahamut itself, rooting out heresy where he found it. Needless to say, Solix was instantly isolated, removed from his friends, who he might one day have to judge, and held to a different standard than he was used to. He was not only taught how to fight efficiently, but was forced to study until he was able to perfectly recall the laws and sacraments of the Church. When his studies were completed, Solix was sent out on his journey, intending to travel from church to shrine to temple and ensure the Platinum Dragon was being honored appropriately. He didn't make it very far at all before he crossed paths with the Sanctum, once again having his life changed in a way he never expected.
welcome back. So, real quick, just to satisfy everybody's curiosity after this encounter, yes, y'all did level up.
Yes! Let's roll some hit die!
The 8.
So player levels go up to 8. Go ahead and roll hit die and let us know what you roll.
Please
Howard,
roll good.
start with you.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh.
2
Oh,
plus your
buddy.
con modifier. That is one thing, we roll ones. So
Oh,
if you roll
buddy.
1, try again.
+2.
Okay.
Quesador.
Val got an 8. Quesador, what'd you get? Plus con mod.
8.
Woo!
Whoa!
So
I
yes.
don't want it. I'm scared.
Let's do it.
Wait, are you taking cleric or paladin?
Oh,
Wait.
paladin.
Cleric.
Cleric or paladin?
Cleric.
I dropped it.
Gotta find it.
That's my important one. Okay, it's the fates. I'm not supposed to use that die. I don't know which one to use now. Okay.
While you're looking, what'd you get, Doran?
3
Okay.
Alright.
plus Constitution, right?
Yep.
Ah! I got a 2.
Oh no.
No, that's so
Sorry,
bad.
guys.
Oh no.
Better luck next level.
My HP is
That's.
69.
I got a 2 and a 3
I
in my
know.
levels up.
I know.
I like to be a frontline fighter when I don't have health.
Hey, you
My
managed
HP
pretty
is
well this time.
69.
You did manage pretty well this time.
Wait, what's your HP?
69.
Nice.
I'm up to 70.
I'm beating you. I'm beating you.
Yes.
Where you up at?
71.
Yeah.
Oh.
I rolled a 2 and a
Oh.
3 on pick 2
Where you
levels.
at, Quesador?
62.
What else do we get to do?
The cleric with a whopping 76 and about to be a whole lot more.
Yeah, because you also have a +3 con mod.
I know.
And you rolled really well.
You did
I
roll very
know.
well. Alright, so while y'all do that,
I'm
let's go
changing my
ahead.
feed option.
No, I'm on proficiency.
Oh.
yet.
Wow. This dice has rolled terrible. I rolled 2 2s, a 3, and a 1. Why did I pick that dice? That one's much better. So mad.
Later.
That one. No.
Or text me.
Too late now.
Let's see.
Oh, that deserves a celebration doing that right there.
Nice.
That was my mistake.
Or picture.
Sure, at Liberty H, what do I get now?
Ability score improvement.
Yes, but I was checking my other stuff.
Alright, well, will y'all look that over real quick. We'll go ahead and we'll jump back into it. So you have defeated your foe. The cold is slowly diminishing, and a more natural temperature starting to seep back. There's a warm breeze blowing. What would y'all like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick prayer of healing for everybody.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
At I believe that's a 3rd level. I have 2 spell slots left. Woo!
Oh, that's more than me. Unless I got one.
Oh
maybe
no, I take it back.
I don't know if I got one.
I've got 5
don't
spell slots
remember.
back. I bet.
So you didn't use that many spells.
Yeah, it
I did.
I hadn't.
You did.
I used all of the spells.
As many as you could. So, prayer of healing. Are y'all taking a short rest here on the banks of the pond?
Does it seem like it's residing in less dangerous? Maybe we'll
I'm
back
gonna
up.
take a minute, and since Fays, Fiends, Undead, Celestials.
Your primeval awareness?
Yes.
You do still sense a large number of other beings. Let me look at the list real quick.
I think that a rest would be good, but maybe we should back up a little bit.
You're still less than a mile from town.
Oh, so less than a mile. Okay.
Right.
Ooh, are we? I don't know if I would have done that then.
Well,
That's okay.
let's take a step back and get away from this water a little bit, and maybe sit down and breathe for a second, and then I guess we'll head back to town.
I am so excited for level 3.
Any disagreements with that?
Say that again. What was that?
Thinking maybe we should take a step back and take a short little breather here, and then we can move on.
Alright, so go ahead. Plan on taking a short rest then?
Yes.
So you spend an hour resting, recuperating. Go ahead and roll any hit die that you're going to use to recover.
So for the first 10 minutes of that, though, I did do prayer of healing. So everybody gets 23 points of healing.
So an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay, 23 points of healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So save you some hit dice if you need it.
Lauren,
Yes.
before I work on anything, was I correct in my assumption of what I texted you about my enchantment, about it not being feasible right now?
If you wanted to attempt it, it would be a very long process. You don't necessarily have the equipment that you need that you can carry around with you. So it would the very first step that you would want would be the attuning process.
Right.
And that
Which means I would need the item for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Stuart, do you want to sing a song while we rest?
If you would like me to.
Wouldn't hurt.
Right,
More health? I didn't get hit, so I don't know where everybody's at.
Yeah.
I just stay out of the way.
I don't know where everybody's at either. I just
He
know I
healed me
heal.
to full. I'm good.
I suppose we're fine then. If you.
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
I've got more healing if you need it.
I'm good. That actually did a lot. So.
While everyone's resting, can I maybe grab Casator and get his help looking with his knowledge, if he has any knowledge, looking for any type of poisonous plant, any type of poisonous anything, things that would cause paralysis with the sap or the leaves or anything like that, because we're in the woods and such.
you're in a small grove. But if you would like to forego your short rest,
Yes, please.
and if Kazator is willing to also, y'all can spend this little over an hour looking around and exploring this area.
Yeah, I'm at full health anyway.
Alright. Then y'all can either both roll nature checks, or one of y'all can roll with advantage.
What's your nature? How good are you at finding stuff in nature?
It's not one of my particular areas of expertise. My knowledge is more served in lore and history.
Yeah, mine either. I'll go ahead and roll, cause just cause.
Alright, so Halberd will roll with advantage then.
Okay, now that we've decided out of game, I'll say it was a +1.
Yeah, I'm glad. Go with 13.
A 13?
Sorry, 12, not 13.
12. You don't find anything in particular that you know is especially strong. Especially in this area around the pond where you start looking, a lot of the plant life has actually died back, been frozen off or killed or damaged in some way. It doesn't actually look very healthy.
Oh.
There are a number of dead trees that you saw in the area around the pond, and it takes a little bit to get away from that sort of sphere, and you just don't have the time to really investigate that large an area in the time that you have.
Alright.
Albert, are you looking for something to potentially assist with your archery?
Potentially, but also just having some things on hand, replenishing some stock from my poisonous kit.
I see. I do have some things I was thinking of possibly experimenting with my crossbow bolts, but I think you do more shooting than I do,
Just
as it were. I do have a bottle with this leech, with some diseased blood from some creature that was in Blackthorn's Keep, that I've been meaning to mess around tipping some arrows with, if you are interested.
Just a note, that leech is sludge. It's been 6 weeks since Blackthorn's Keep.
Right. I have a note here that I'm feeding it every 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
I don't know.
What are you feeding it? Just for curiosity's sake. How are you maintaining this?
Probably just... I'm not letting it actually come into contact with my skin, but I'm probably just kind of cutting my hand and dripping some in.
Roll...
It's probably too much for every 3 to 4 days, though.
Nice attempt.
I mean, at that point, you just
Roll
like,
a...
faucet on your hand.
Case
that's
roll an animal
I'm probably not
handling
doing that
check
every
for
3 or
me.
4 days, though. Huh?
Roll an animal handling check for me.
Case was not intelligent.
Let's see how well you manage to keep this thing alive.
Where'd my d20 go? Okay, I'm gonna go with this d20. Oh, there it is. Ooh, that's not good. 8.
8. Yeah, there's definitely something still in the vial.
I have this sludged, and it is definitely diseased.
Alright.
Or what? It was. Yeah, it was filled with diseased blood, so I'm assuming the disease has not left my jar.
How about you go ahead and you hold on to that for right now. We'll see what we get into later.
I also have a bottle of mimic goo, so.
That could be interesting.
I have plans.
Collecting all the goo.
All the
We
goo.
will talk.
I'm assuming my other bottle of regular leeches are probably gone too.
Yeah. They're when you take an animal out of its native environment and expect it to live in a bottle, it doesn't usually go well.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah. That one I will just clean out so I can save the jar.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the diseased goo though. For whatever that does.
That goo is what's going to save the entire universe.
Alright.
Somehow.
So we can either head back to town or we can go talk to a naiad. Let's go talk to a young man back in town. I'm rather curious to see how he is.
Did we, just remind me, did we leave him with Sarai, or did...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was under that impression.
Cool beans.
He was at the temple last you saw.
I hate when you say things like that.
So y'all go ahead and you start making the trek back to town. And it doesn't take long, about 30 minutes, and you manage to get back into the main area. And you notice, as you're approaching the temple, a certain...
Sorry.
No, Siri.
Sarah and Siri, they sound similar.
Kind
That's
of.
the second time that's happened.
It is. A certain warmth as you approach the temple. It's not physical necessarily, and it's for the day that it is, it's fairly overcast, but there seems to be a lightening and a brightening as you approach the temple. There seems
Right?
not smash thunder lightning, but a lightening, as in a brightening, a glow almost, and it's very slight. And Soyux is most sort of familiar with the sensation. Make an intelligence check, Soyux,
Okay.
or
The glow
religion.
of Sarai's love
I'll
for
let
him.
you specialize to religion if you'd like.
Because it's from
Religion?
Bahamut's temple, does he get advantage on
No.
15 for religion.
15.
that?
You do remember the vision you had, a dream almost, where you encountered a certain being, and you were filled with this comfort, this very similar sensation to what you're experiencing here.
Soliox knows what you're talking about. Which dream was this? I've had a lot.
This is the one where you met an old man and there were 7
right.
birds.
That
and-
one. Okay,
That
cool.
one.
All tracking this? Absolutely. Yeah. That dream. I dream a lot.
Only really recently. The other one was more a vision than a dream.
True, fair enough.
You approach the temple, and y'all are all filled with this sense of power.
So,
How
I'm
is
just
Val
curious.
feeling about this?
Would I have any type of interaction based off of potential favorite enemy?
No, this is something unknown to you. This is
Alright.
not something you've experienced
good.
before.
Sounds good.
Is my Bahamut blessed arrow glowing?
As a matter of fact, It seems to vibrate in a sort of harmonic resonance with what's happening now.
How's Val feeling about this?
How is Val feeling about this?
I don't know.
There is
do
a
I reckon?
strong deitic presence. It's not something Val has personally felt before. He's not experienced this particular deity's power, as far as I'm aware. But he knows that this is a place of power. That something is going on.
The ring that I've suspected is possibly linked to Bahamut or something related to one of his patrons, is that doing anything, or is it just pretty normal?
The silver and blue one?
Mm-hmm.
Just pretty normal. It doesn't seem to be doing anything interesting.
Darn. Cool.
Is my holy symbol reacting?
No, not in particular.
Okay.
Is my really
Which means
cool
she's
weapon I made reacting?
She's not.
No, not in particular.
I wanted to ask.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that certain deity is not going to be pissed at me for going in the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of curious about. If
I need my work wife to not be upset with me.
Will Paladin let us know anything about what's going on at all, or is he just going to be like, man, it's all good, whatever.
Well, he
I don't
hasn't
really
yet.
care.
It's really all good though.
Is it?
You approach, you enter the temple, and you cross the courtyard and enter into the sanctuary. And as you get to the sanctuary, you see it has been cleared. There's a large space, and there is a small body set on a bier in a ritual circle.
Mm-hmm.
Sarai is there, and Xantier.
Oh boy.
And Sarai is kneeling, praying, and holding something small and shining in her hands.
You check.
You enter, she looks up, she sees you. Silyax, it's amazing. Do you feel his presence? I prayed, Silyax. There was Xantier, he brought this to me. It was small, it was not enough, but Silyax, he's answered my prayer. He came. His spirit is indwelt in this place. There's power here. We can do this.
Oh dear. Cause that was not. Oh dear. That diamond was not supposed to work.
Whoa. So what's the state of the body?
Yeah, what is the state?
Very, very dead.
I'm gonna step outside.
Not liquefying. It's recognizable still.
Good to know.
Wow.
Totally not liquefied child.
So you're saying there's a chance? It's not liquid.
The mighty deities.
Has anybody
It
looked
is
through
not-
pockets for
The
this
dead child isn't made of liquid. Thank goodness.
It is not as decomposed as you would have expected a 3-week-old body to have been.
Fair enough.
They're Silyax, this is beyond me, but he's given us this gift, this chance. I could use your aid.
Well, I see what I can do. This is not something that's normally in my circle, but
It's not something I think is normally in most people's circle, but
see what we can do.
let's do this. And she looks up, and she continues praying and setting up this ritual. And make a religion check.
Too many dice. Oh, nice.
You bringing somebody back from the dead. How do you feel bringing somebody back?
18.
18. You do recognize this as a ritual designed for resurrection. This is, it's been set up to be significantly more in-depth and more challenging to draw more energy than a basic revivification, even more complex than a like base level raise dead ritual. This is somehow the knowledge has been granted to attempt a resurrection ritual, a true resurrection. Not true resurrection, sorry.
I was gonna be like, what?
Seventh level, not ninth.
Resurrection. An actual resurrection.
An actual resurrection. A legitimate resurrection.
Okay.
Sarai. I'm a little knowledgeable in this ritual. Never performed it myself, but could you use the help of another cleric?
We will take any assistance that Bahamut deems fit to grant us. If you feel yourself able to participate, to lend some aid in some way, we will see whether or not Bahamut accepts your gift. Please, you said you're familiar with setting up this ritual.
The deity that I am bound to happens to be one over the realm of death. So this is a realm I'm intimately familiar with. So I'll help in whatever way I can.
I'll be honest, this is the first time I've ever attempted something of this nature. I'm given to understand there are offerings that may be made to ease the path for the spirit to return. Xantir, of course, has volunteered to stand in for one of those. Any aid you may offer to ease this would be very beneficial.
All right. I will do what I can.
What?
I have
Stepping in what way?
However you're led. An item to call back. Words. Something significant in some way to you or to the departed. Anything that you think may ease their return to this world. Preparations are almost complete.
Just out of curiosity, I know you said I recognize the ritual. How much do I know about the resurrection ritual?
It's a spell you've heard of. You haven't spent a lot of time studying it. You haven't ever been at the ability to where you can cast it yourself.
Which makes perfect sense.
Make one more religion check for me.
That's not great. You said religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
13 on that one.
13.
Cleric religion thing.
It's your jam. You knowing it's a much higher, or it's in the higher levels of magic to be performed. This is not something that you have a whole lot of experience with. With its lower levels, things that must be done more quickly. Revivify the actual raised dead. Animating dead, even, although you know that to be a different type of magic.
That's a little different. Particularly more along the line of the persuasion of the soul.
You know that it is different for each person, and that it's very subjective, based on what you say and what you offer, and your relationship to the deity you are persuading or attempting to persuade to, that gives you your power, that is sort of the source of power for this spell, or the person you are calling back. There are lots of facets and different things that you could do to participate in whatever way you choose to.
Okay, makes sense.
I'd like to go up to Xantir and just kneel beside him and I too lost my sister once upon a time, and I would be honored if you would allow me to assist in this endeavor.
I think we could probably use all the help we can get. Sarai says there are 3 offerings that may be made. I am speaking for one. I'm calling her back. But the other 2 aren't necessary, but if successful, may ease the way, and if you could help bring her back, I'd be so grateful.
I would be honored to offer my talents any way I can. Kind of look to Sarai and
Sarai nods at you. She finishes setting up the rest of the components of the spell, setting up the ritual and preparing the space, lighting the candles and the incense, and there, as she's continuing to work, there's almost an intensifying of the glow, and it's a bright white gold glow emanating from the diamond that she continues to hold in her hand as she's walking through the space and preparing these things. And then it gets to the point. She says, "All right, I think it's time. Xantir, if you would stand here. Silyax, how are you wanting to participate?"
Let the boy go, and we'll see what needs to be done.
Very well. You mentioned perhaps some of you being willing to provide an offering. And she gestures to the 2 other spots sort of in the circle around the buyer. If you're willing, would you please stand here or here? There's a pause for a moment. Any of y'all step forward?
Yeah, I'll go step forward.
I will.
Alright, Halberd and Kazator. Silyax, if you would join me in prayer. And she starts to pray. The words flow almost like music. Like a melody is being formed as she is speaking and praying, and then she nods at Xantir. And Xantir steps just a little bit closer, staying still pretty much in the spot where she had put him. And he says, "Venera, it feels odd speaking to you like this, but I wanted to say I'm sorry. There was so much that I held against you. There was so much that we should have done, and promises that I broke, and things that I regret, and the Platinum Dragon has given us this chance. And I guess I want you to come home. Veneer, we'll go hunting and we'll spend more time together, and I'll teach you how to really swim, and it'll be fine and you'll be safe, and just, I promise, I'll protect you. Just come home. And as he speaks, there is a moment where the light seems to dim and then flash even brighter. Sarai resumes her prayer, She continues, and then she nods at Halberd.
So just any type of offering.
Anything you may give.
And I'll pull out a dragon scale. When you hold it in your hand, it just assumes the color of everything in front of it. I'm going to throw Kara's dragon scale into the circle. Well, I guess Platinum Dragon, have one of your own kind. Maybe one that I know nothing about. Maybe this will help some way.
Go ahead and trying to decide what I'm going to have you roll. Roll a... I'll let you pick. Either nature or survival.
Oh yes. Oral survival.
Go ahead.
22.
Alright. You see, as the dragon scale hits the ground, and with it, there's a flash in your mind, memories of Kyra. All the little nuisancey things he had done. There's a flash of light. And you blink against it for a moment and you open your eyes and the scales on the ground have taken on a new hue. They are very finely, almost translucently glowing with this same white golden light. Sarai continues her prayer. She paces around the circle one more time. You can feel the energy starting to build, knowing it's drawing close to its conclusion. She nods at Kazator.
I look at Xantier and then back at his sister, and I say, I bring the gift I know how to do best, one of song and of story, in earnest on behalf of Xantier and his sister, to the one with the power to answer young Xantier's request. Two little children, a boy and a girl, the very two here in this room. The little girl strayed and the boy couldn't save, and thus she was taken too soon. But brave was the boy and strong was his courage, and I...
Incredible. You do notice, as the two of you are talking, the girl kind of orients on your voices. Val, you see her turn and focus. And this is the most response you've seen out of her yet, the most engagement you've seen with the world around her.
As if I notice that Sarai waking up, I'll ask Solix, bring Sarai with you if you don't mind. Still the telepathy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling well enough to try a restoration spell? Apparently the girl cannot see.
I'm not sure. Just let me sit for just a moment. But perhaps next to her is what? It's hard to see from here. What's happened?
She is alive. Apparently, her brother and our cleric friend Val is with her now. Apparently she is having difficulty seeing. He tried a lesser restoration, but it did not take hold. I know you, being a more powerful cleric, possess greater restoration abilities.
I can try. One moment.
When you catch your senses again.
Of course. Would you assist me?
Sure.
To, well, over there. She manages to stand, unsteadily, on her feet, but walks over, with your assistance.
Mm-hmm.
As y'all get close, make a perception check.
Ooh, I'm so good at those.
You are now.
Nope.
Right. Never mind.
Nope, that's a 9.
That's a 9? Yeah, you do notice that as you approach, Venera is focusing on you and Sarai. She's oriented very strongly on the two of you approaching. Can't tell what she's waiting for.
Venera?
Venera.
Venera.
Her eyes lock with yours.
How are you feeling, child?
Her eyes start glowing gold. Arbiter.
Ooh,
No, that's not okay.
Come on, Arrow.
Oh,
Please,
oh.
right now.
Steady yourself, Albert. Yes.
Take heart. And her voice is resonant.
Yeah, it's not natural.
You walk your path rightly. Partner justice with compassion. Beware the schemes of our ancient foe. And then there's sort of a
schemes of what?
collapsing.
Ancient foe.
Her eyes lose their golden hue. She sits. And there's a brief moment of silence. And she sits back up. Xantier? Xantier?
Venera,
Sarai? Yes, yes.
how are you feeling?
I can't see. I can't see. What
Calm.
happened?
Calm down. You've had a very long month. But your brother has been able to bring you back from a very dark place.
It was dark, but warm. There was someone there. He was kind.
Yes.
Where's Xantier?
He's right next to you.
He is struggling against your hold at this moment.
I'm with him. I'm walking him over
He's walking very quickly.
there.
He gets there as soon as he realizes she's calling for him and just wraps her up. Venera, are you alright? What's going on? Just holding her, comforting her, and she starts just crying and turning to him and hugging him, acting much more like a young child would.
You're able to restore again.
I can certainly try.
Try once more.
The question that I asked you before I try this one more time.
Sorry, of the resurrection?
Mm-hmm.
You'd have heard about it. Not like I said, not something you're not super familiar with this spell. But this weariness, is usually associated with the one being brought back, not necessarily with the one casting it.
Unfortunately, Solix, I don't think there's much more that we can do at this point. She's, for lack of better terms, she's been through an ordeal. And it will take some time for her to regain, but
I'm aware of the effect.
Yes, so if my memory serves, it should take only a few days.
Time should take care of most of the issues, yes. Well, suppose that is only what can be done. Venera, in the next few days you will feel tired.
But I can't see, but
Right. Over the next few
I
days,
feel fine.
the ordeal your body has gone through, your body has to recover.
But
You need to take it easy for the next few days, relax. In time, you should be fine.
thank you,
Sarai is here. She can look after you.
Sarai. Sarai? You can see her just start reaching out, trying to find something. Sarai hears her calling and sort of stumbles forward, and collapses down to her knees and brings Venera into a hug. Xantier joins in a moment later, the three of them just sort of embracing.
Well,
And Sarai looks up at you and I'll take care of them. Thank you. And, she glances over at you. We will have words. But later.
Whoops.
we should,
We need to go find someone else, I believe.
yes. We'll be,
What time of the day is it?
It's getting probably
Afternoon.
early afternoon at this point.
We have time, unless you're...
we'll be back here to sleep tonight, so we will return.
Xantia, is there, in returning to that place, I totally just lost the Naya's name.
Isra.
Thank you. Was there a special trick for you to get to open the portal? Or
It's mostly open. Isra hasn't closed it.
Israel hasn't closed it. Alright.
She said it takes a lot of power, and she wanted to focus on the claiming her pond. It should be there. Just follow the trail.
all right.
We'll be back, Sarai, tonight. Stay here at least another night.
I will prepare a meal. She turns and she looks at Halberd and Kizator. Thank you again for your assistance. I can't express how grateful I am.
Well, you have done well.
I'm just happy we were successful.
How old was Xantier?
Hmm?
How old was Xantier?
13, 14, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
Y'all aren't sure exactly.
I want to turn to him and ask him, after we run this little errand, are you going to still be here?
I think so. He sort of moves over to you briefly. Sarai seems really tired. Is that normal?
I hate to say it, but I'm not the one to ask. I don't know.
Maybe just hurry back.
We'll try.
And then he goes and immediately sort of starts loving on his sister, sort of having a hand on her head, playing with her hair, sort of just reassuring himself that she is actually there, that this is a thing that occurred. It seems like it hasn't quite sunk in yet.
We should give them this and be on our way. So, let us away. Back into the woods.
And start moving towards where we know Israel is.
Alright, go ahead and make a survival check.
Are we in the woods?
Not
Where are y'all
just
heading?
yet, but you're getting there.
We're headed back to Naiad.
Going back to the Glen thing that she was in.
20.
Is the whole group going?
I would like us to.
I believe so, yes. I mean, I'm going.
I think it would be beneficial right now if we all went, just to be safe.
Alright, y'all
Adventure.
start heading up through through the town, retracing your steps down the different streets, out of the town, past the residential district, and through to where you left the rift, in roughly the same direction as traveling towards the pond. You get to where the rift was, and there is no rift. There is a trail of water heading towards the direction that you followed this morning, towards the pond.
It
Follow the trail.
Things are not quite as they were. I believe possibly Israel has come back already. So,
Let's go
tracks
find
head
out.
off towards the lake. Must be away.
Let's go make sure it's her making those tracks.
Yeah.
Right, you follow the trail of dripped water and disturbed leaves and muddy ground towards the pond. And as you get close, you hear laughter. It is not nearly as cold as it was even this morning. And there is a breeze blowing through that carries a warmth and a scent of spring, almost. New growth, new life.
I'm going to call out from the ways away. Lady of the water.
You hear the laughter pause for a brief moment. There's a splash. And then there's the sound of, I have been summoned.
Summoned?
You call my name.
I question if it's you. And so I'm going to step forward to where I'm able to see. Is it the Naya that we had interaction with?
Make a perception check.
18?
18. It does look like Isra. The same figure that you had seen in a different pond the day before. There is a bright smile to her face, like a joy that she just cannot contain.
Welcome back to this world.
Oh, thank you for the service you've done to me. To reclaim my home was a joy beyond compare.
Yes, having a home to go back to is always a beautiful thing. I'm curious, is there no other presence aside from yours here?
Not yet. The fish will return, and some of the plant life, I hope. I sense no trace of my foe. It seemed you dispatched her thoroughly.
Yes, we tend to do that to those who are not friendly to us.
Then I do hope we may remain friends.
I believe we shall. I thought you would like to know that Zandir is alright and his sister, I believe, will be alright as well.
That is good to hear. I have a gift for you, bearer of such joyful news. Would you pause but a moment?
I believe we have time to wait.
You see her step back and she starts walking on the water, keeping her eyes on you mostly. And she gets into the deeper part of the pond and just drops down. And she goes to retrieve something.
Oh, snap.
That's new.
Oh, snap.
And bad about doing it all again, guys.
If she comes in with the mat again.
I did, as we were walking over here, dump the rest of my dump lay on hands, so I'm back up to full health.
Probably
I'm
very
not-
wise.
But I have 0 spell slots.
Well, what's your max HP?
70.
Oh.
Yes, I keep rolling terribly on my health.
Even with not, I'm still.
I've used my storm thing. I've used my
I
giant
keep
thing.
rolling terribly on
She
my health.
emerges from the pond, and she brings a sack of something, and in her hand she holds another small pouch. She sets the sack on the ground at the edge of the pond, and she takes the pouch and she tosses it to you. And in it is an elaborately worked number of elaborately carved wooden and metal pieces. You can tell that they fit together, that they're all parts of a whole. This was left here, and there's some power in it. Make of it what you will.
Interesting.
Want to be there.
Question for you.
This is what you get for being on Utah.
Where you were at when you weren't here, where was that?
Oh, it was like this world, but unlike. A space outside it.
Did you create that space or find it?
No, it opened, and I felt... When I lost my home, I felt it draw me. There was a door that had been opened somehow, and I know not how, and I made it my own.
It was rather nice. I was just curious on how you got there.
I made it to resemble my old home from long ago.
Where from long ago, where are you from?
Another world, another place. I think you might call it another plane.
Have these portals or rifts or whatever they are, do they open often?
Oh no, they're relatively recent.
The other sack she put down like on the water's edge, what does that look like?
It's a rough cloth sack. It's been treated with some sort of oil or wax or weatherproofing. She sees you eyeing it and she says, "Oh, this was left here. I don't know when, some centuries ago. You're welcome to it. It has no use to me."
Well, thank you. I will grab it and we'll look in it.
There is a lot of gold in it.
Sweet, I will put it in the bunch.
What's in this, Alex?
Things that will help us in the future. Once I get a better accounting of what all is in here.
How about we all count it together?
I concur, but maybe not here standing on the edge of the pond.
I agree with that. Do you need anything?
I have my home. And that is the greatest gift I have been given in quite some time. I do hope with this gift in return our debt has been repaid.
There was never any debt, in my mind, to be repaid. Home is always worth fighting for.
You're kind. I thank you.
If you don't mind, I do have a question regarding the opening to the other worlds.
If I can answer, I will.
Do you know if this opening happened naturally or if there was a power that caused the rift?
I'm sure something caused it. These things, as I said, they had been relatively recent. Some few score days.
Just for my history as planes jumper, would that ring true to me, or would that raise a flag?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Nice. 16.
16? It seems as though she's being honest, that she's telling the truth as she knows it.
Mm-hmm.
And it tallies with what you know. These things, they're caused typically by someone or something deliberately making, weakening the planes, the fabric of reality in certain areas, so you can step from one plane to another. Why is the music not playing?
Because even it's scared right now.
There we go. You know that she doesn't seem unduly alarmed by it. It was new and it was interesting, and it wasn't something that is a long-standing phenomenon in the area.
Wonderful.
You
so
also know.
Oh.
Sorry, just from your background.
No, go ahead.
Just from your background with the Sanctum.
Yes, more knowledge the better.
The journals are used to sort of guide travel between planes. You know that they are strongly magical, and an unshielded journal may very well cause rifts like this.
Fair enough. So yes, when we get to a place where we can rest, remind me of this conversation, would you?
Yes, I do think it's time we should head back to the temple and maybe get some rest. It has been a taxing day.
Slightly.
So we will.
I do feel much stronger now.
We will start heading back towards the temple.
Alright, you start heading back to the temple.
And a piece of the waters maintain this area.
Be welcome back anytime, kind traveler.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
How much was that gold? So I can write it down.
1,200 gold pieces.
Dude.
So you'll go ahead and head back to the temple.
All the pretties.
We will go ahead and take a break here and resume at the not next week, but 2 weeks from now. For our next session. Remember, next week is our one-shot being run by Wes.
What's up?
Yeah, with a guest player, which should be lots of fun. And then we will resume normal Sanctum series sessions on the following week. So I will see y'all in 2 weeks. Everyone else should be here. Awesome. Not everyone. Garrett will also have work stuff with me next week. But other people will be here, and I am just talking to talk. So I will go ahead and sign off here.
Okay, we love you. Bye-bye.
Essentially. You'll be kind to each other, and we'll see you on the next adventure.
Bye.
Bye-bye.